Welcome to First Unitarian Society of Minneapolis, the birthplace of Congregational Humanism. We carry on that tradition of free thought today, dedicated to promoting a free search for truth, meaning, and justice. Our web address is firstunitarian.org. Thank you for joining us.
Hello, 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 hello. Oh, okay, there we go. Good morning, everyone. So nice to see you all here and to be playing for you this morning with our group, Son de Cuerdas. I like to, well, first, of course, introduce the players. On the harp, my wife, Ada Tzab. On flute, Claudia Izaga, and on percussion, Sierra Appleby. So we, one of the things we do with our group is play a lot of Latin American pieces. In this case, today we are doing two pieces from Mexico and one piece from Paraguay. And I'll speak first about the two pieces from Mexico, which is going to be the first and the last. The first one, it's called El Cascabel, and the second one, probably one of the most well-tuned from Mexico, La Bamba. However, what I was mentioning before, and it's an interesting story, is both of these are part of the son veracruzano, jarocho, yes, from Veracruz, yes. And one of the interesting things, La Bamba is over 400 years old. It dates, like, we all know, you know, the kind of like rock version that was very famous, but it's actually a very, very old piece, and it can be traced to a combination of different traditions. On one side, of course, the Spanish tradition that came to Mexico with the Spanish conquest, but also the African influence. So it's, I think it's very cool how those two combined. And of course, they both involved very much the role of the harp, which is not this harp that Ad is playing, it's El Arpa Jarocha, which is a little bit different, but, you know, we arranged it. And the middle piece from Paraguay, called Isla, Saká, that is by a known composer. Sorry, I didn't mention these. The two Mexican pieces are, of course, by anonymous composers. They're so old that we don't really know who the composer was for those two. But for the middle one, Isla Saká from Paraguay, we do know, and that was an important harpist and composer of the 19th century in Paraguay, that he composed this piece in honor of the place where he was born, which is Isla Saká. So I hope you'll enjoy the music, and thanks again for having us.
Wow, what a wonderful way to start. Welcome to the First Unitarian Society of Minneapolis on this cool Sunday morning. This morning in November, a month in which we are focusing on nurturing gratitude. It is good to be together, and it matters that you are here today. As we begin, it may those of us who are newcomers to this land be mindful that we live and work and play on the traditional lands of the native peoples who have been here for millennia. We're located on the past, current, and future homelands of the Dakota Oyate, a people who call this area Minnesota Makoche, the land where the waters reflect the skies. May we nurture our gratitude for this beautiful place we call home, gratitude for those who have cared for this land and the waters from time immemorial, and gratitude for all of the indigenous teachings that have been offered to us. We say, Miigwech, Chi Miigwech. First Unitarian Society is a member congregation of the Unitarian Universalist Association of Congregations, and I'm Reverend Jullan Stoneberg, your Interim Minister. I use she, her pronouns. You have the opportunity to participate in today's service by sharing a complaint that you have. And none is too large or too small. If you didn't already see the invitation to do so on a table in the foyer, you can still contribute something. I know that you might feel a little less like complaining after this week's elections, but still, not everything in our lives is perfect. We still have cranky knees and demanding jobs and irritable family members. There are cards and pens and baskets at a couple of spots in the room, and those online are welcome to put a complaint in the chat as well, and these will all be collected at the end of our greeting time in a few moments. For those of you who are new with us, an especially warm welcome to you. And really, we are not just a bunch of complainers. Please join us for our weekly mini meal in the lower assembly hall after this service. And if you'd like to connect more, please feel free to ask questions of anyone sitting near you or stop by the office to sign up to get our newsletter so that you can be in the know about what's happening here. We are an intentionally and loving multi-generational community, which means, well, there is programming for children and youth happening right now. And while there is always childcare, and it's happening down the hall to the left as you exit this space, there's always room for families and kids here in the assembly hall. We welcome the movements and sounds that come along with that. It's a joyful thing. So the folks who are online are right behind that camera there. It's going to turn to you in just a sec. And you can wave, give them a wave if you'd like. There'll soon be a QR code on the screen to access an order of service. And I now invite you to turn to one another in greeting, especially reaching out to someone you don't know. And please get up and enter a complaint in the basket if you haven't done that yet. Our theme for the month of November is nurturing gratitude. And today, well, we may not be feeling all that grateful, but that's okay. We're going to bring it on today. Julie and Valerie are going to be collecting those cards in just a moment, so thank you for participating in that way. We begin with these words by Margaret Weiss. Come into this place with your whole self, the parts that are raw and exposed, the part that's beaming with joy, the part that's seeking the truth, the new, the possibility. Come into this space. Open your heart, lay down your burden, lift up your hope for something new to happen. Come into this place with fellow travelers on the journey, some faces new and familiar, and others familiar, and all welcoming you here, now, to this moment. So come, let us bring whatever we've got to this time together. When Unitarian Universalists gather, we light a chalice. If you're joining you online, we invite you to create a similar light here as your contribution to our communal sacred fire. The poet William Stafford penned these words. It could happen any time. Tornado, earthquake, Armageddon, it could happen. Or sunshine, love, salvation, it could, you know. That's why we wake and look out. No guarantees in this life, but some bonuses, like morning, like right now. So please join me in reading the words on the screen. May this light we now kindle awaken us to the blessings of this day, this morning, this moment of now we share together. Our chalice flame is lit in our hearts, in this space, and wherever we are gathered. And let's speak our congregational covenant together, even if you don't like all the words. Love is the spirit of this place, and service its law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. Thank you, Paul. So now let's sing. You know, not every song is joyful, and this one simply acknowledges that there's hard stuff and that we long for that hard stuff to be gone. Hard Times Come Again No More was written by Stephen Foster and was released at another time of national distress, just 7 years before the American Civil War. It gained great popularity during that conflict as an expression of suffering and hardship. And I think we can all identify with that. So please rise in body and or spirit to sing. The words will be on the screen. Let us pause in life's pleasures and count its many tears while we all sup sorrow with the poor. There's a song that will forever in our ears. Oh, hard times come.
perfect time for joys and concerns. First Unitarian Society is a congregational humanist community. We are here for each other, our neighbors, and our planet, and one manifestation of that is our caring team. My name is Judy Hornbacher, slightly in tears after that song, and I am a member of that team. There is always joy and hardship in our midst. If at any time there's something happening in your life that you would like to share with the care team or with this community, or if you need some support, please call the FUS office or send a note to Joys and Concerns firstunitarian.org. You can also be in touch with us using the contact form on our website. After the assembly, you're invited to stop by the card. It isn't in a basket today, okay? Downstairs, to send a note to folks you're especially thinking of today. There's lots of cards and pens, there's just no basket. Okay. Today I share that member Alan Callender is spending time with his brother in California, who is undergoing another complete round of chemotherapy for B-cell non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. I am sure Alan appreciates our warm thoughts in a very difficult time. I think there's a slide. Here we go. It's up there. All right. Congratulations to member Mickey Morissette, publisher and editor of Minnesota Women's Press. She was just awarded the inaugural Journalist of the Year Award for Violence-Free Minnesota. And our faithful assistant, Bethany Johnson, is not at FUS this morning because she's moving today. She's a new homeowner, so congratulations, Bethany. We hope the weather doesn't take the joy out of your move. And finally, a note of gratitude to our state government for stepping in to restore SNAP benefits where the government has failed. May those who are hungry be fed. Let's take some time now to breathe together, to connect with our shared humanity, to feel the solid earth beneath us, and to remember that we are not alone. In the silence, you're invited to reflect on all the joys, losses, griefs, and milestones in our lives, in the lives of those we love, and in the lives of all beings. May we commit ourselves to showing up for those who need support, and to remember all who are suffering here and around the world.
So let's sing Spirit of Life. Today we're adding the Spanish version. The words are on the screen. And yeah, it's hard to sing in Spanish when you don't sing Spanish, but you know, whatever. Let's do it. Spirit of life, come unto me. Sing in my heart all the stirrings of compassion. Blow in the wind, rise in the sea, move in the hand, giving life the shape of justice. Roots hold me close, wings set me free. Spirit of life, come to me, come to me. Fuente de amor, ven hacia mí, y el corazón So earlier this week, as I began my work on my talk for today, I came across information about a movement of complaint choirs. It's a community activity that's been happening around the world in which people come together with complaints. They write a song about those complaints and then they perform that song as a choir. And while this could be really fun, I really think it could be fun, we didn't have the time to do that for this morning. And so instead, Julie and Valerie have offered to provide a kind of impromptu readers' theater set to music in real time, but completely impromptu. So I'm going to occasionally insert a line about something orange. So then we'll all take a big, exaggerated sigh together. So, like I say orange and you go, oh. Orange. Oh. Right. Okay. Now this is a grand experiment that may fail miserably, but you know, that's how things go sometimes. You can complain about it later. So here we go.
You ready? Too much work.
I have carpal tunnel and it's very annoying.
Why do I have so many aches and pains all the time?
Customer service, which is a barometer for business to reduce already assistance response to, I'm sorry, while taking your money.
Orange!
People who don't make quick left turns.
Unsafe drivers running red lights.
I cannot believe we can find money to destroy the East Wing, but not to feed people or heat their homes.
Orange presidents!
Jacob Fry for 4 more years, really?
Too many physical injuries.
I wanted to sleep longer today.
So this one is kind of nice. I like my stuffies.
Even the orange ones.
My husband's niggling complaint about traffic times 52 per year.
MAGA Republicans who call themselves Christians do not act as such. It's disheartening to know that those values are being forgotten.
Judging others before we judge ourselves.
I can't see the end of all the sadness that impacts our world.
Getting things done is hard, and time refuses to pause to let me get it done on my own time.
So here's another alternate thought. I love you, Mom. I love you, Dad. I love you, Pookie, too.
Yeah.
Jullan does not speak within a humanist viewpoint. I miss humanism as a foundation for all messaging. Some Sundays are poorly vetted, i.e. Native American session in September, October. It was an unsuccessful Sunday with current members drawing potential new members. We need to do a better job.
Constantly feeling like a survival of the greediest or powerful in this capitalistic environment.
Youth is wasted on the young, Mark Twain.
Gas leaf blowers.
Orange ones.
And these two are almost the same. 90,000 square foot ballroom, but that's big. And Trump spending much needed funds for food on a ballroom.
People who steal mail.
Cold and darkness.
I wish society and orgs were more focused on plant-based meals, better for people, animals, and the planet. FUS is pretty good on this, but could do more.
I'm disappointed that my new satin pillowcase doesn't prevent my hair from sticking up in the morning.
That sucks.
Congress has no spine. Stand up to the disastrous Trump regime.
The Democrats and the Republicans not fixing the government shutdown.
Orange.
Philosophical conversations started in the middle of a show.
The UU ordination process is hostile to disabled people. With media inaccessible, meetings with MFC are unfriendly with process obstacles, and the materials inaccessible.
My big concern is a depressed, morose partner who won't take care of himself. Therefore, I need to take care of me and reach out to happy, serene, and peace. This is the end of the lights. Keep going.
Let's go a little bit, yeah.
I hate AI.
Why won't people wear masks and stop spreading germs?
Why are we always under surveillance?
The whole country looks like a strip mall.
What's with those twins?
We're swimming in garbage.
Someone take the last slice of pizza.
The rabbits ate all my vegetables.
The sign says, no right turn, and still they turn.
My hairline is receding.
The bus is never on time.
Yeah.
People walk in the bike lane and text.
My job is like a cul-de-sac. I'm stuck.
I can't see the stars at night because of the city lights.
My neighbor plays the clarinet badly. That's it.
Teachers are underpaid and entertainers make millions.
Everywhere you go, construction.
Construction cones are orange. Orange. Why don't you all just stop complaining? Now. Let's stop.
Oops. Oh. Sorry. Oh.
Oh.
Okay, so I just want to hear that big exasperated sigh once more. Orange. Ugh. My little sisters, when they were probably around 6 and 8, had an LP record called Under the Musical Mushroom with Mrs. Migsy. It wasn't music at all. It was stories, or what we used to call in Sunday school object lessons. And my sisters played it so much that I can still repeat some of it word for word. And one of the stories was about a little VW bus and was based on a verse found in the Christian Testament at Hebrews 13:5, where it says, "To be content with such things as you have." And in the story, the little bus complains and complains and complains about being small and not as powerful as the other buses. It whines, it gripes, it annoys its passengers. And then comes a time when the bus has to get through a tight spot and is able, against all odds and because of its size, to deliver its passengers safely home, who then remind the bus not to complain, but to be content. Has anyone ever told you to stop complaining? Isn't that annoying? I hate it when people say that. I mean, it's rude. It disrespects what I'm feeling. I mean, I should be able to talk about the things that are bugging me as much as I want, because sometimes things really suck. And I want to be able to be sure you know how much they suck. I mean, I'm getting old. Parts of my body hurt that never hurt before. My eyesight is worsening. My hearing's not so good. And nobody seems to care or be able to fix me. I hate that. And you know what really pisses me off these days? Automation. Not being able to talk to a real person. Being forced to start with a chat bot. Getting bounced around from one voice recording to another, having to choose from menu options that don't even apply, and then finally maybe talking to someone who doesn't have a clue what to do. It's so annoying. And can we talk about air travel? Especially now. I mean, how can it cost so much to be herded around in tight lines like cattle and forced to take off our shoes and take out our laptops to get screened and then funneled into this flying metal can, all squashed in like sardines in tight seats with no room to move, and only be given a tiny little package of stale pretzels? I mean, why can't it be more humane? I could go on. Couldn't you? It doesn't feel that there's anything to be grateful for. It's really easy to get in a complaining mood and mode because there is so much to complain about. But I don't really like complaining, not any more than I like listening to complainers. It takes up all the air, it makes it hard to get anything done. In general, it's just a big energy squash. Complaining can be such a downer, really it can. So why do we complain? Simply put, by Wikipedia, complaining is a form of communication that expresses dissatisfaction. And dissatisfaction is a real thing. It's justifiable, and it's something that shows up in our lives on a regular basis because, of course, all of the systems of the world are simply not calibrated to please our specific wants and needs. And so we are dissatisfied. Of course, and there's nothing wrong with that, nothing wrong with griping. Complaining is just part of being human, and it's surely not new. The oldest complaint known is in the form of a clay tablet from around 1750 BCE. It's called the E. Nasir Complaint Tablet. It measures about 2 inches by 4.5 inches. And documents a transaction in which a trader allegedly sold substandard copper to a customer who, dissatisfied with the quality, wrote up in a cuneiform complaint addressing the poor service and mistreatment. Now imagine being so unhappy as to spend time carving a tiny little complaint in clay. It must have taken hours. I mean, what a waste of time and energy. I can't imagine anyone doing anything like that. All right, I know I'm being flip. But for sure, some complaining is a waste. It can be just ruminating on negative feelings and reinforcing them through constant reiteration of the same thing. And this entrenches this path in our brains. So we just keep doing it over and over again. I've heard that this is like wearing muddy glasses. So no matter what's going on, we find something to complain about. And when we're in that rut, we can't find solutions or comfort or different perspectives. We're just stuck in the mud. We can't find the way, as any good humanist would like to do, to be a human who can solve human problems. And yet, let it be known from the rooftops, shout it out, as we did earlier, there are very real things to complain about. We don't need to make a list, but I will a little bit. Violence, unjust systems, politics, disrespect for others, AI, income inequality, big grief for so many things. And these things and so much more are very real concerns that impact real people every day, making lives more and more miserable. It's intolerable, and it has to be complained about. These things have to be named. Life isn't perfect, and suggesting that we should always be happy or grateful or content, never complaining, can actually have a negative impact on us. So it's a conundrum, really. Dr. Robin Kowalski, who's a professor of psychology at Clemson University, was quoted in a New York Times article saying this profound thing: "Yes, it is good to complain. Yes, it is bad to complain. But lest we fall into complaining about complaining, we should hear that complaining sometimes is good. It can be a kind of release. You know, it's like the ancient practice of keening, which is a high-pitched wailing lament that leads a community's grief and even outrage. Complaining can be a way to express raw emotion. It's this way to really vent and to let off steam, and in this way, it's quite helpful. I mean, I don't know about you, but it felt really good to complain together earlier. Because if we don't complain, we can't name the problem, which means we can't face it, which means we can't move through it, which means we can't change it. Complaining connects us with our displeasure, and in so doing, it opens a door to a path towards something different or new, something better. At least, if we can use our dissatisfaction in that way. Indeed, complaining has some important functions. It connects us with others who are similarly displeased so that we can commiserate and act together. It can help us to more clearly articulate what matters to us or to see where we're spinning our wheels. Again, it's this way to express our emotions, even in cathartic ways. It can allow us to vent about particularly annoying or unjust circumstances. And in that process, it really helps us to regulate ourselves. And especially in times like these, it can be the place where we begin to see what needs to change, and hopefully how we can start to make that change happen. That is, if we choose to use our complaining for good. So what if, even in the throes of incessant griping, we can see that it has a purpose? Can we find even a touch of gratitude for how complaining can let us get it out of our systems and then help us to see what we need to do? What if complaining bred accountability and action? What if in that negative moment we could just simply drink in all that's wrong all that's wrong with being alive, but also find a little bit of gratitude for all that's good in life? That's what I loved about discovering the complaint choirs. Go Google them sometime. I think we will really have to give it a try together at another time, because while they're singing, everybody's complaining, but still they're singing and laughing and having a good time and being creative and creating community. They acknowledge the stuff that's hard, and they keep right on singing. Singing in a group, in the shower, in your head. It just kind of keeps the energy flowing. It allows for human connection. It shows that when we feel displeasure, complaining isn't the only possible response. When we're feeling ungrateful, there are ways to see things differently. The Quaker author Parker Palmer, in his book, Hidden Wholeness, puts this a little differently. He writes, "When the going gets tough, turn to wonder." Parker asks us to turn to our inner teachers when something makes us angry or uncomfortable or defensive, wondering, why does this spark something in me? And what is this about? Instead of shutting down or blaming or lashing out or just griping, there's an alternative to be found in wondering what else could be true? What am I not seeing? And what's a different way to look at this? What could I do to change or alleviate the pain? Sarah Ban Breathnock, who wrote the Simple Abundance Journal of Gratitude, says that we're struggling in the midst of personal turmoil, when we stumble in the darkness, when we're raging in anger, when we want to hurl things across the room and cry ourselves to sleep. In that moment, gratitude is always waiting patiently to console and reassure us. She says that reassurance is found in gratitude because gratitude allows us to see that there's always a landscape larger than the one we're looking at right now. And what we have to complain about is not all that there is. It can't define us. We don't need to let it limit us. As I was writing this, a lullaby sung by Sinead O'Connor called Lay Your Head Down, was running through my head. It's a song that I love to listen to when I'm feeling hopeless or overwhelmed, in those times when I have a lot to complain about. The song lyrics say, "Sing to me softly your tale of woe. I'll cradle you gently, I won't let go." And then later tells us that we can fly together to the edge and take a look at it and see that it's not as bad as it seems. And there, maybe, find the key to our dreams. What comforts me is that even when there's a lot to complain about, even when the winds are blowing hard and it seems we're at an impasse, we have each other. A big world is out there. There's more waiting for us, and we can listen to one another and imagine different outcomes and dream together of other possibilities and be held by one another. And for this, I can heave a great sigh, a sigh of relief, and say, anyway, whatever else, I see that the practice of gratitude is available to me, to calm me, to reassure me, to help me turn toward wonder. If we're to wait for everything to be going well, for everything to be okay, I don't think we would ever get out of the complaining rut or be able to find the things that make us come alive. My colleague Janet Parsons has said that expressing gratitude might even be an act of defiance, a conscious decision to accept what is taking place in our lives and in the world just as they are, and that gratitude is a choice to see possibility in what we have right in the moment, no matter what else is going on. There is without a doubt a lot to complain about. There is also, without a doubt, a lot to be grateful for. Sometimes it's true we are just down in the mud together, and other times we're able to fly to the edge and back, holding on to one another. I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for the possibilities each moment holds. May it ever be so. Amen. So now we sing, because music and singing helps to get us through. Singing Through the Hard Times was written by Utah Phillips, and the words will be on the screen. The tune, whether in verse or chorus, is about the same. It's pretty repetitive, and I think you'll catch on, but let's have Mike play the chorus through once, and then we'll begin. So please rise or sit with gusto to sing. We are singing through the hard times.
Good morning. My name's Heather Martens. I'm chair of your Board of Trustees, and I use she, her pronouns. I came here when my kids were little, and I still love that this community is a place where we can focus on the human activity of making this world a better place without any theological test. First Unitarian Society is a free, independent, and self-governing humanist community. We like to say that we are the birthplace of Congregational Humanism. Our mission is to foster a free search for knowledge and meaning, to strive for justice, and to serve one another, the Twin Cities, and beyond. Your financial support means that we can work toward this mission together, and is a really important element in turning our shared vision into a reality. For example, today's mini meal donations, as you'll hear about later, support the work that we do in offering a free community meal for those in need. In these times, we're serving about 25% more people, so your generosity is much appreciated. To give, you can use the QR code on the screen, which will take you to our online giving form where you can designate how you'd like your donation used. Undesignated funds will support our mission in multiple ways. And you know that you can always stop by the office or mail in your donation. If you have questions about contributions, please ask me or another board member or any of the staff. As the baskets are passed, you're invited to give generously and joyfully as you are willing and able. Thank you.
Orange. Carl, why have you dragged me up here again?
Jane, don't you remember last year when we came up to announce the winter solstice celebration and all of the people we're going to need to make it a success?
I mean, vaguely, I guess. That was like a whole year ago.
You threatened to hurt me if we announced it before Halloween.
And?
And Halloween is over, so it's time.
Okay, lay it on me. Tell me what you need for us to make our annual winter solstice celebration a success. Are we still doing it twice this year?
Yes, once on December 19th and a second time starting a little earlier and featuring some family fun on the 20th. So there's so many, we know there's so many demands on people's time around then. Everybody should put that in their calendars right now.
Fine. You heard him, people. Go ahead and save the evening of December 19th or 20th in your calendars. There will be great food, caroling, a brand new Mummers play, music, dancing, cookies, like all the things. A fun time will be had by all. Is that everything?
Hardly. We still need to recruit.
For...
Mummers and singers and bakers.
Oh my.
Oh my is right. If people want to be in the play or be a quarter reader or read poetry, no memorization required. They should come to one of our readers' workshops before service on November 16th or after the mini meal on the 23rd.
November 16th? That's next week. People, can you promise to check the Friday update for info about that so you can get all the details about the Reader's Workshop before service next week? And Carl can let me out of here?
Not so fast, Jane. We might have the Mummers play covered, but we won't have music or cookies if we don't have a lot of help to make it happen.
No cookies? But it's not solstice without cookies. What kind of help are we talking about?
The music will once again be covered by Mike and the Merry Minstrels. They'll rehearse on Wednesday nights in December, and we'd love to accept everyone. You don't have to be a regular member of the Chalice Choir.
That's not too big of a commitment, and I do love singing.
And Baker Bear, AKA me, will be out recruiting soon.
I'm much better at eating cookies than I am at baking cookies, but I know some folks at FUS are excellent bakers.
And there are always other things that need doing. If people want to volunteer, they can contact one of us, the seasonal celebrations team, and we'll have sign-up sheets at our ticket table in a few weeks.
That is a lot of stuff. You're gonna scare people.
Don't be scared. If you don't have the time or desire to act or sing or bake or volunteer, that's okay. Just come. The best part of Solstice is that we are all here together.
You've convinced me. I'm putting it in my calendar right now, December 19th and 20th.
And watch your Friday updates for reminders about all of the other things.
Will do. I can't believe you got me to think about solstice so early. Again.
Maybe next year you'll let me start recruiting before Halloween?
Never!
Orange.
Props. Good morning. My name is Michael Pileggi. I am a member here and member of the Board of Trustees. I'm here today to talk to you about a number of fundraisers that we're going to starting next Sunday. As you recall, a couple of years ago, about 3 years ago, we sponsored four Ukrainian families. A fifth came later. All five were working, and one of the families, their ability to work was taken from them. It expired. So this family of five lost the only income they had from two members. And so they have no income and are struggling just to put food on the table. So next Sunday, we're going to have a potato and pierogi fundraiser. We did this before they arrived. We'll fill this with pierogies, sell them for $10 a container. We're going to make 84, and we have to have room in the oven for the mini meal. We're also asking for food donations, non-perishable food. And then the following week, the family is going to be making homemade borscht. We're going to have on December 7th pre-sale orders. The slides off a little bit. The pre-sale will be $12. It'll fill this about 3/4 of the way. So this will feed one person. This you can get 3 meals. It'll be pre-sale on December 7th for $12, and then the following week is the sale at $15. You'll get a discount if you prepay, and will be chicken and vegetarian version made with mushrooms. we will, so we're hoping that on each of these Sundays that you bring cans of food. I have 6 huge Costco boxes that we'll have in the lobby. Bring the food, drop the food off, we'll take it to the family. And the QR code, thank you. You can also donate cash by using the QR code or dropping off a check. We can't end this war over in Ukraine, but we can help this family of 5, 3 miles from here. Thank you very much.
Thank you. A couple more brief things. Is the microphone working? It doesn't feel like it's, you're hearing okay? Okay, thank you. Our first foraging for the future conversation of the year is happening today from 12:15 to 2 right in this room. These are important conversations for all of us as FUS navigates this ministerial transition. And today we're going to get creative and imagine a new covenant. And if you don't think this, you wonder if this is for you, it is. So please come if you can. We'd love to have you here. This Wednesday, the 12th, from 6:30 to 8 is the second in a 3-part Meet the Moment series. We had a really lively discussion this past Wednesday about the current landscape and what systems need to change in order to respond. My favorite takeaway from that evening was our need to recalibrate for these times. So come this week to continue that conversation. After the assembly, for those here in person, I hope you'll stick around for our weekly mini meal. As is true once a month, today we have a surprise mini meal consisting of compassion and simplicity and generosity and some actual food too. Today we eat simply so that others might simply eat. This is because once a month, half of our Sunday kitchen volunteers join forces with those at Plymouth Congregational and St. Mark's Cathedral to provide a meal for folks in our community who might otherwise go hungry. And as you've heard, we're serving more people than ever. And funds collected downstairs for today's mini meal go toward our efforts to provide that free second Sunday dinner at Plymouth Congregational Church. So give generously as you're able. So now take all these things into your hearts and take a moment to soak in all that we've shared today. Let's hold each other in love as our musicians play for us once more.
Let us wrap up our time together in this space by extinguishing our chalice. Please join Paul and me in reading the words on the screen. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. All of these we carry in our hearts and in our minds until we are together again. As a benediction, which is a good word in parting, I offer this blessing by Christine Walters Painter. May it lift your spirits and distract you from all there is to complain about. Spirit of generosity, as we awaken each morning, help us to remember this day is a gift, this breath is a grace, this life a wonder. Remind us with every flower we see, every act of kindness, every moment of connection, to whisper, thank you. So go now, carrying with you the peace, the strength, and the compassion of this beautiful community. Practice gratitude. Go in peace.